assume that it could be turned around would be prior to Mr. Rogers living in the community. And I don't think it could ever be there because of the level of hatred for Mr. Rogers by several of the residents that directly surround where he currently lives.
You indicated it's a huge complex.
Yes.
And I understand the earlier testimony that it's not everyone at the complex, it's a smaller minority who's done TROs. Who are those people, the ones who live immediately around?
Immediately adjacent to him, yes. Several of them in the block of the building, basically where his unit is housed, adjacent to him and then across the street from him. So within probably 400 or 500 yards.
400 or 500 yards.
Describe for me the layout of the
Yeah, it's a gated community it's basically a large square. There's a street that goes all the way around the outside of the community with condo units that are on the outside of the road on two sides, sorry. And then in the middle is a greenbelt area with several other condos that their front doors face the greenbelt and a swimming pool in the middle of that area. Mr. Rogers lives in the northwest corner of the complex, the very northwest corner of the complex.
Is he in a unit that's in the interior on the greenbelt or on the road?
On the faces out to the road. His front door faces out to the road.
Okay. The people. Okay. Michael Nessler. Let me tell you this.
And then there's only two ways to access Mr. Rogers' front door, and both access points pass people that have current restraining orders against Mr. Rogers or people that have had previous issues with Mr. Rogers' behavior.
And are the units like in clusters of adjacent, like sharing a wall?
Yes.
About how many?
I believe there's approximately 4. I think they're 4-unit clusters.
Yes.
Are they one-story or two-story or townhomes or?
There's in Mr. Rogers' building. There's 3 lower-level units, and then there's 1 unit that's above Mr. Rogers' garage. And the other garages, there's everybody's garages there, and then that 1 unit is above the garages.
Did you know that Michael Ness there, even if I am 2 feet away from him, it's all, and I guess his kid, it's all, by the mailbox, absolute peace and quiet, nothing happens, nothing is said, everyone, but back then he was aggressive before the YouTube, he was aggressive towards me, even, I leave it at that. But
I do not know because since you filed the lawsuit against the city of Huntington Beach, I haven't been able to be in contact with you.
Okay,
and none of the neighbors contact me anymore.
Would you be, other people, I had a neighbor, this is my, I know, no, that's not to be thrown, this was my comment, my thing, and he told me yesterday, his name is Randy, I didn't know him from, he's a neighbor, he asked me, hi John, this was last night, it's on their cameras for certain the parking lot, this is for my, who are you, I hope you, things are much, I talked to him for like 10 minutes or something. We went out the gate, came back and met him back outside on the sidewalk because he didn't want to be seen in front of the neighbors. He told me that the situation was improving. In his view, everything was and that it can be accomplished. I am not talking. There was never, even when you were doing all this, when all this program attempt was going on, there was never a dream of it going to back, quote, restraining orders, normalcy, but that it would be livable, for me. That was the goal, that it would be livable, tolerable for me. That's what he told me, if I remember well. Is that true?
My ultimate goal was to, yes, get you back to before anybody knew you lived there. But
yes, they also told me to make it tolerable.
Yeah, and then eventually we realized that was